I'm standing here. I've listened to a lot of really great speakers, and I walked from the Washington Monument and came down with everyone and really felt intimidated by that, and even to some extent unworthy to be part of this struggle for Leonard that's been going on for decades. And I walked this space yesterday, and I've walked it today, and I stand here with the Lincoln Memorial behind me and the Washington Monument and the Capitol, and I feel humbled and intimidated about whether or not I have the words to express the gravity of this request and the importance of clemency for Leonard Peltier. And it occurred to me that what all of these things mean, what they all represent, are our Constitution. And this piece of paper, it's the only thing that stands between us and injustice. It's the only thing that stands between Leonard's death in a prison cell and freedom and justice. And all of this and everything that's happened today and listening to everyone reminds me that freedom is fragile. Rachel said that earlier. Freedom is fragile. And that's why we have this Constitution to protect us and to protect Leonard. And I've taken the oath to support and defend that Constitution multiple times. I did it when I joined the U.S. Navy. I did it when I became a lawyer. That after you pass your bar exam, in order to practice law, you stand in front of the justices of your Supreme Court, and you take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And then I was fortunate enough to be appointed and confirmed as a district court judge, as a federal court judge in the district court in Tennessee, and I took that oath again. And each time I took that oath, it reminded me of why we take that oath and the importance of that oath. And it stays with me. It's why I do what I do. And when I saw Leonard's case, and I'll tell you, I hadn't lived it like you have lived it. I came to this with fresh eyes and a clean slate. And I looked at this as a member of the federal judiciary. I had resigned by that time, but I looked at it with that mentality. And what happened was clear to me. The constitutional violations that occurred in order to convict this man were clear to me. That seemed easy, and I couldn't understand why we're still talking about this 43 years later. How are we talking about this? The violations are so open and so obvious. What I didn't understand, and what I've been coming to over the last 3.5 years, is the why. And I'm still peeling back the layers of that onion, but you've lived it, you understand the why. But it all takes me back to what has my life been, except in supporting this Constitution. And that's why Leonard's clemency is not just about Leonard. Leonard's clemency is critical for Leonard. He should be out. He never should have been in. But it's important to all of us because it's the only thing standing between us and injustice. It's all we've got. And so I took on that to do what little I could do in service to my country and in service to Leonard and in service to that Constitution. And I'm asking the President of the United States to do the same. He took that oath. I took that oath. He understands that oath. He needs to grant clemency to Leonard Peltier. And he needs to do that and say to the world, justice means something. Our Constitution means something. He needs to say to this community, and And it's not just about the Native American community, but it's an important message to the Native American community that you matter, that Leonard Peltier matters. And it also says back to all of us that we all matter, this country matters, this Constitution matters. Mr. President, grant clemency to Leonard Peltier. In this today. In this today, you have the absolute power. Sign the piece of paper in this. So I thank all of you for taking the time to listen to me. I thank all of you for being here for Leonard and for being here for yourselves, for being here for this country. Thank you all for listening to me. I hope that I've added some small piece to this, but I'm not quitting, and I know there's no one out here that's quitting either. So thank you all. Thank you for listening to me.